Hey everyone, it's me Doomlink and welcome back to the Dark Souls livestream series. It's been a little while since I was last sitting here playing this game. I believe it was in January, probably mid-January or something, when I was last playing. Since that time, it is now of course slowly but surely getting towards April. It is the 23rd of March. Elden Ring has come out. As well as that, I'm now in a new recording space, as most people are aware, but I suppose I'm letting you know that in case you only watch Souls, which is possible. I've got nothing against people who only want to watch a specific type of content on my channel. I suppose there's a number of people who only watch Monster Hunter, so why would that not be the case for Souls, for example? But yeah, Elden Ring is out. I'm happy to talk about Elden Ring in this recording, but I don't really know if I will. It may very well depend on chat interaction. If I'm prompted to discuss it, then I might. But I don't really have too much to report when it comes to Elden Ring. I suppose what I can say, I can at the very least share this much information. I am enjoying it. Is it as good as I think it can be? No. I think that there are ways in which it could improve. Are they improvements that can be made between now and the time when the game will never receive another patch or update? Possibly not. I think there are some fundamental game design flaws, but they're not especially egregious. I do enjoy the game. I think what I most like is how similar to Souls it is. This probably would be a negative aspect for some people, but when people were talking about how Elden Ring very much felt like a successor to the Souls series in a big way, to the extent where it was like Dark Souls 4, I was a little bit, hesitant. I wasn't too sure if I could trust the word of people who described Elden Ring in those terms. It seemed a little strange that they would basically have something tantamount to a sequel to Dark Souls 3 that had a completely different name, like there was no remnant of that naming convention whatsoever, but it really is Dark Souls 4. It's just a different story. People will say, how could you call it Dark Souls 4, Doomlink? It has a different story. Well, I understand that some people might get hung up on things like that, but I'm very, very gameplay focused when it comes to the way I enjoy and the way that I perceive the Souls series. I don't really care about the story, I'm sorry. I realize that it's one of the best stories in gaming, etc, etc. You know, everyone gets weak in the knees over it, and it is a good opportunity for the community to flourish in that way. If the Souls games actually have a community anymore. I suppose technically it does, but it's now fused into what can be described as the mainstream gaming community, which I extricated myself from a long time ago, and for very good reason. It's not much of a community. More of a circle jerk of stupidity. But I'm going to get off that subject. Long story short, the gameplay is very, very Souls. They could have called it a Souls game and no one would have turned their nose up at it, saying, this isn't Souls. This is nothing like Souls. I mean, of course it is a progression. It's not exactly the same as Dark Souls 3 in terms of how you might interact with enemies, for example. Like, that would be one fundamental change, but here I am talking about Elden Ring in depth, which I really wasn't expecting to do. I do need to get back into the swing of things, by the way, as I play this game. I have been playing a lot of Elden Ring, and what that results in is a little bit of confusion when it comes to what to do with my hands. I think I'll be having problems with pressing triangle to interact with things that I would otherwise be pressing cross to interact with. That is obviously by virtue of the fact that the main interaction button in Elden Ring is actually triangle and not X. Cross, rather. Can we fucking not do this, please? One thing that I will mention is that I don't actually have my in-ear monitors in, so I can't hear the game right now. It's not that great, but I will rectify that issue in due time. For the moment, however, I will focus on playing the game. Now, what was I saying about Elden Ring? It really is based on Dark Souls 3 in certain regards. While I do describe it as being a departure from Dark Souls 3 in certain regards, yeah. When you launch the game, when you launch Elden Ring, you know that it was built upon the skeleton of Dark Souls 3. That's what I found most interesting about Elden Ring. My guess is that it was some kind of way of alleviating the amount of work that would be, well, I was going to say foisted on, but I mean, of course they see how I just press triangle to interact with that? For fuck's sake. The reason why I've got a bloodstain down there is because this is actually my second attempt at recording this. I had a few hiccups getting started in the first attempt, so I just decided to start it all again. Fucking hell, see that? Pressing triangle. And I just held down and circle to try and drop down there. I just have to get used to it. I'll get used to it, don't worry. I don't know why the lever expanded slightly when I went to grab it. Probably some issue with 60 FPS or something, I don't know. Anyway, I will return to my bonfire. I do definitely need to get more Estus flasks from this bonfire. But to expand upon what I said before about Elden Ring being built on the skeleton of Dark Souls 3, well, all of the games before this one really did feel like they were built from scratch, but in the case of Elden Ring, the menu system is the same. Well, when I say the menu system, I guess I mean, for example, the start screen. You come into the start screen, it's the same shit as Dark Souls 3. It visually looks different, it feels like the graphics are more or less the same. Of course, there are minor improvements here and there, but it doesn't really look like a AAA title from 2022. It looks like a AAA title from a number of years ago, which still looks fine, there's nothing wrong with it. But obviously a bit of a far cry from Demon's Souls, the remake. But, Beans asks, did Elden Ring meet my expectations? Well, it did, yeah. It did meet my expectations. And they were exacting expectations, so it is precisely because it met the expectations that I had that I can't really complain about the game. There are certain things I'm not a huge fan of, and I would, without hesitation, say that I prefer this system of Souls rather than open world Souls. When I say this, I mean, you know, what I'm playing right now, traditional Dark Souls. Interconnected world, not necessarily open world, but a structured direction in which to go, I think is quite nice. I do definitely prefer this to Elden Ring. And while I do think that Elden Ring could have approached certain open world aspects better, the game really is very good. That's what I think. And I suppose my first impression of it as I was playing for the first day or so was that the game at no point was blowing me away. I was never blown away by the game. But, and even to this day I'm not blown away by the game, but that's not a mark against the game itself. That speaks only to, and I do stress this, only to the exacting expectations I had of it, and also of the fact that the Soul series already as a formula is so fucking brilliant that just to see it implemented in a slightly different way in Elden Ring is not going to blow me away. I'm not going to be utterly floored by, you know, sensory overload. It's just, it's Souls, but slightly different. So, yeah, that's been my experience with Elden Ring so far. I do think I need to finish it. I need to look at the game within the context of the whole picture, the whole package. But yeah, that's probably all I have to say about it. Bad Guy Noob 1003 says, buy followers, primes, and viewers on... and then a link. I'm gonna have to really hold myself back from clicking on that link. Maybe you guys could try, you can build your followers. This guy was nice enough to offer the link for you. May as well take him up on that. It didn't exceed my expectations, no. Well, that's fair enough, Paul. If you think the Souls formula has room for improvement, you're probably right. Well, I don't know how I would improve it, because I think that there's a certain balance to everything. You might look at a certain aspect to the combat and say, I can improve that, and you might be right. But what if it affects the balance of something else? You change one thing and you might end up affecting something else. So I think I will leave the designing of the Souls formula to the people who really do get the ins and outs of Souls. The people who have to sit there and build it up from scratch. You know, all those things that we come to realize through playing it are things that they actually made. Because they made it, they do have a deeper understanding. Oh, fucking hell, look at me pressing triangle again. Anyway. You can't blame me too much, it is very much the same sort of thing as Elden Ring. Oh, that's right, what the fuck am I doing? It's because I'm getting on these topics of conversation, or I suppose this topic of conversation, that I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing in the game. What I wanted to do was to give myself some more Estus flasks. Now, I don't necessarily need more than 10, but do I have the right of kindling? I do. I may have actually picked that up in the last recording specifically so that I could kindle this bonfire. So let's do that. That would make sense. You don't like replaying a 2009 game in 2022? Well, I'm perfectly content with that. I think if you've got something good, stick with it. I don't know. If that's your main issue with Elden Ring, then fine. But what I think is that they were very bold in certain things. Like, what you need to understand is that From Software are doing a very good thing by not changing too much. They have chosen to go into open world, so a lot of things have changed drastically, but the fundamentals have remained the same, and I think that if you nail the fundamentals, you seem to have a different opinion. You seem to think that it just has room for improvement and you don't want to play a 2009 game in 2022, but I think that if the fundamentals were as good as they were, try to hold on to that as best you can. I think when From Software ventured to tweak those fundamentals in the form of Dark Souls 2, they fucked that up. They really did fuck it up. Now, that argument doesn't hold much weight with you because you like Dark Souls 2, and I don't know why. I've got no idea what that's about. I personally think that game was a mistake. There were certain things that were good about it, but most of it was shit. The best way to see what was good about Dark Souls 2 is to see what carried over into Dark Souls 3. That's the way I look at it. And quite frankly, I think Dark Souls 3, although there were things that could have been better about Dark Souls 3, I think that game saved From Software's Souls series, and I sort of feel like I have to include Elden Ring in that, because it is basically the same shit. Because they could have continued in the direction of Dark Souls 2 and just ignored the sentiments of people who had played from the beginning. But again, there are always outliers such as yourself. But well, Bloodborne I hate. I absolutely hate Bloodborne, and I don't think that enters into the discussion, because Bloodborne isn't like Sekiro. It isn't like... Elden Ring isn't like Sekiro or Bloodborne. Elden Ring... This is where things get confusing, because they have chosen to not call Elden Ring Souls, people are going to inevitably compare it to Bloodborne and Sekiro. Bloodborne and Sekiro were not meant to have anything to do with the Souls series. They obviously drew some influence from those games because they are From Software RPGs. They're not going to be drastically different, but they were not designed with the Souls essence or formula in mind. They broke away from that. I can't, strictly speaking, speak for Sekiro because I never played it and I know literally nothing about it, but I'm pretty sure that they weren't seeking to make another Souls game with Sekiro. Now, because Bloodborne was drastically different, I don't think it enters into the discussion. So, that's not an attack on you, it's just to say that I think we have to be careful with what we include in the discussion, because to include Bloodborne is, in my opinion, to suggest that Elden Ring has a comparable number of similarities to Souls as compared to Bloodborne. So, and that's obviously not true at all. You think the speed of the game changed? Oh my god. It's a bit of a sweeping statement to say that ever since Bloodborne, everything is... Or rather to say that because the speed or pace of the game changed since Bloodborne, everything is Bloodborne now. I mean, I might be... I might have to consume another humanity here. Anyway, the point is that there is so much to Souls. Again, the fundamentals haven't changed. Maybe the speed of the game has changed slightly, but again, the root form of Souls hasn't changed. And I can assure you that that root form of Souls did not exist at all in Bloodborne. So whether or not Bloodborne had an influence, I don't know. It might have. But I can tell you the way in which you would do battle with enemies was very different in Dark Souls 2 compared to Dark Souls 1 and Demon Souls. Combat was totally different in that game. Everything felt so fucking slow and sluggish that it was repulsive. The way I look at it is, I don't look at it in terms of... Sorry, I'm going to try and not allow my controller to disconnect. That's how it creates that system sound. The way I look at it is... I don't even want to get on this subject, to be completely honest. It's a very long, drawn-out subject, and I don't think we're going to have a comprehensive back and forth about this. I think it's going to be a waste of time. But what I will say is that animations in Demon Souls and Dark Souls were very snappy, straight to the point, immediate. You did something on your controller, and something was happening in the game immediately. Now that is fast-paced by nature. There might be other things that influence what you would consider fast or slow-paced, but the animations, in my opinion, because they relate exactly to what I'm doing, that is going to have the greatest bearing on the pace of the game. Dark Souls 2 made everything a little slower in that regard. Animations were more meandering and sluggish. You were more sluggish. The enemies were fast. That was intentional. That was to add a difficulty factor. Dark Souls 2 in every regard was designed to be harder than anything that they had made thus far, and in doing that, in trying to make everything harder, they ruined the balance. Dark Souls 3 returned to quick, snappy animations. The animations didn't look the same, but the speed was back to how it was in the first Dark Souls and Demon Souls. When I first played Dark Souls 3, I was like, God, the animations are cinematic. It's like I'm in a movie or something. That was my original... Yeah, look at this nerd still playing Dark Souls when Elden Ring's out. I'll have you know I've played enough Elden Ring, jeez. But, I'm not stopping playing Elden Ring, but I'm not at a point where I'm ready to record it, jeez. That's dumb. But, yeah, while the animations might look different in Dark Souls 3, they return to being nice and snappy and fast. I don't really agree with what you're saying, Paul. I entirely agree about how you feel Bloodborne did combat. I entirely agree with that. What I disagree with wholeheartedly is the notion that somehow Dark Souls 3 and Dark Souls 3 and Elden Ring have the same sort of combat as Bloodborne, in that it's just roll spam and whatever else. I mean, that's... Yes, you are rewarded for doing that, but there's still a lot of... I find that there is so much more to the combat than just rolling and winning. Or evading and winning, if we want to include Bloodborne in that. Because you don't really roll, you slide to the side or whatever. I don't know. It's not a happy conversation. It bothers me. I fucking hate Bloodborne, but I love everything else. And you seem to relate everything to Bloodborne, and I hate that. Ugh. Because there's almost an element of something I can agree with in an argument you put forth that I strongly disagree with. And it's off-putting. Wait, where the fuck is my target? There it is. Sometimes I can't see where I'm heading. I'm going to give Seath a try. I have plenty of arrows, obviously. I don't know if I have enough Estus flasks, but... Actually, is +3 typical at this point in the game? Should I not have 4? Technically, I can get 4, actually. I did pick up the key to Logan's jail cell, which gives me access to 1. But I think I can live with +3 here. Well, again, that's sort of revisiting what I said before you joined A-Gaming, but I'm not going to sit here and have a discussion about Bloodborne. That is not happening. No. Now, the worst thing is getting these fucking clams in here. I don't mind a chance for Twinkling Titanite, but I did attempt to fucking roll that. Was unsuccessful in that endeavor. Get away from me. Is that dealing no, stop it. Why am I dying to a fucking clam instead of the boss? The boss is not an issue. I can deal with the boss. This little fuckwit here is actually stun-locking me with his stupid attacks. I mean, I was basically stuck between him and Seath, and then he stun-locks me because I've got no poise. What a joke. I don't mind fighting the boss, but I'm not fighting you. That's absolutely ridiculous. I don't have to worry about that next time because I will have a boss fog gate between me and the clams, but fucking hell. It's a waste of time to have to go all the way back there. And I haven't even been able to make an evaluation on how much damage I'm dealing to Seath and how much damage he's dealing to me. I did take a hit from him and it seemed alright, but anyway. Anyway. Oh. Got some irritating sensation in my neck. So I feel like I'm sort of rushing through this part of the game. I just want to get through it at this stage. As far as what I have to do with the build, it seems I've got... Yes, I've got the Blackbird at +15, so I suppose I should still be working on Dexterity. Dexterity is at 41. I'm happy to take it to 45 and leave it there, but I could also take it to 50. Excuse me. And that will probably depend on how much progress I make with other stats. Indeed, I do have to put some points in Strength and Endurance, so I think Dexter... I did not intend to jump. Had I just rolled, we wouldn't be in this situation, but no, I fucking jumped because I went from running to rolling, which is technically double tapping the fucking circle button. And some guy's gonna be like, change the controls, Doom Link. Make it so that it... What is it, L3 to jump? Yeah, well, this is not the remastered version, okay? So that's not happening. Fucking double tapping circle to jump. I don't mind it. I mean, the only issue with it, maybe some people consider it to be a significant issue, it is the fact that you can't roll too quickly out of running because of how the jump system works. You haven't passed the Crystal Cave? Oh, well, that's a shame. Go play Dark Souls. What's wrong with you, Beans? What's going on? Anyway. So, again, Seath is not especially difficult to fight. But he can be a bit annoying if you're dealing literally no damage to him. I think I'm dealing fine damage. Let's go and pick up some souls, 1,200 of them. Then we've got this irritant. Hello. Where am I going? There it is. Just have to find my target in the distance. Indeed, it is helpful to have access to these clams, but I did not want to fight with them at that time. I do need Twinkling Titanite to upgrade the Avalon, and this is essentially where I'm going to get it. It is worth mentioning that you will need to break the crystal every time you make an attempt on this boss. That is not how I wanted that to go. That was my mistake. Get away from it, get away from it. Fucking hell. You can see there are still frame issues. What the hell is that? I just aimed down the sight of my fucking bow while consuming an Estus flask. Is that normal? I'm gonna have to try that again. I'm not used to shooting Seath from this distance, or, well, I should rephrase that. I'm not used to engaging in ranged combat with him. I'm usually very close by, so I might be triggering attacks that I will struggle to deal with, we'll see. Maybe I should just fight him as I would melee. Might be a smarter idea. I'll feel more safe. I'm more familiar with how he deals with me when I'm at this distance, so probably better. Hit him in the fucking face. I can essentially hipfire him here. There's no real reason not to. Indeed, there is no difference in damage depending on where you hit him. That is something that I wouldn't have minded them doing. I think it would have been nice if they added an element of... They did though, didn't they? I think if you hit an enemy in the head with an arrow, generally, it will hurt them more. I would have liked if they capitalised on that idea a little bit more in the combat system. Yeah, the idea that the Dark Souls series is really, really hard is kind of stupid. It's not really hard at all. It does present a challenge. It's not like hack and slash games. Yeah, I mean, whether or not you call the Souls series hard depends on what you're comparing it to. If you're comparing it to your typical hack and slash JRPG, yeah, this is very difficult, but compared to games as a whole, no. Especially classic retro games. They're basically... I mean, this would be considered very easy. Almost couch gaming by comparison. I got 60,000 souls out of that. I can't say for sure if that is going to be good for leveling up. I don't think I'll be able to level up much more than like once. Which fucking sucks, but anyway. I could be wrong with some of it. Oh no, 2 level ups out of that. Which I suppose will go into strength. Am I happy with that? Yes, let's do that. Well, Demon Souls wasn't just annoying because of the game itself. The amount of anger that was there when Demon Souls came out because of people invading others and just destroying them, that was palpable. People weren't used to being attacked by other players. You know, the notion that you'd be minding your own business, and some other fucking guy, some actual player, invades your world and kills you, that was pretty novel. And it was pretty annoying too. So, yeah. Definitely interesting. Which mask did I get? I didn't... How... I suppose I didn't pick up the mask from the Pinwheel boss. I definitely killed Pinwheel, that's why I have the Rite of Kindling, but I guess I had so little interest in the masks that I just decided, well, I'm not even going to pick the damn thing up. I can get all of them, obviously, by killing the small Pinwheel monsters in the Tomb of the Giants, but what the fuck? It's quite bizarre. I was wondering if I got the Mask of the Father, because that would actually help here. I don't even have a helmet, so I may as well put the Mask of the Father on, right? Do not have any mask, which certainly is not what I was expecting. Well, I mean, if you started with Demon Souls, then that system wouldn't bother you quite as much. You'd sort of take it at face value, I guess. I have no way of knowing what it would be like to go from Dark Souls to Demon Souls. I can't comprehend that, unfortunately. Because I learnt Souls through Demon Souls. That's how it was for me. Now, I do have something of a desire to grind Souls, but I can't do that all that easily. I don't think I have access to the Painted World. I don't think I've been there. Oh no, I have. Just goes to show how little I remember of this character at this point. I did go through it pretty quickly. I think the more time that you spend over a period of time, like let's say if I did one recording every 3 weeks or something over a long period of time, I think I would have recalled more. Like more would have been imprinted on my memory of this build. But I think I might have done all of this within about 2 weeks. Like from starting the recording, or rather starting the build, to the last recording that I did in part 14. I think I did that in a very short space of time. Anyway, let's go to the Painted World and see how things are going. Before I do that, I'm assuming that I do not have the Silver Serpent ring, although I might have it. I do not have it. Do I have the lantern? Are you really going to challenge me to run through the Tomb of the Giants without a lantern? I used to be able to do it. In fact, if you recall, I did learn how to do it again, but I've probably forgotten again. It's not hard. It's actually not hard to run through the Tomb of the Giants without a lantern. And you're also guided by the Prism Stones, so it shouldn't be a big deal. How about we give it a try? Goodness me. Good old sneeze. As far as Neo is concerned, are you going to yell at me? You sorry fool. I can't really properly imitate him because I don't remember how he says it. And I don't have audio right now, so there you go. I'll probably get audio halfway through the recording or something. I just don't want to have to get up and get it. Yeah, I'm going to get up and acquire audio. I'm just going to pick it up from somewhere. And then I'll have it. I'm of course referring to my in-ear monitors, which I can plug in once I have them on hand. I currently do not have them on hand, therefore they cannot be plugged in. The Catacombs. It is weird coming to this game from Elden Ring because of the little things that they did change. I swear that sneeze bloody fucked up my throat. I don't know what that's about. I've lost a bit of... I don't even know how to describe it. Anyway, my voice sounds a little less tuneful. A little less melodious. Fuck off, don't attack, fucking roll, man! I nearly got killed because you want to take half an hour to recover from the fall. I'm sure that I would take even longer to recover from it if it were in real life, but you are not me. I'm here so that I can escape from the real world. I want to be an amazing warrior. I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. The point is that I'm not going to compare myself in real life to this fictional character in a fictional world. So you're not going to get any sympathy from me. It doesn't really mean bloody. Did I say bloody? I don't know. Probably did. To describe what it really means, I'm I'm sure there is a nuance to it that may have been lost over time. These days it's the same as saying fucking something. Fucking hell, bloody hell. Yeah, I'm sure there would be some sort of historical explanation as to where it came from. But yeah, it doesn't really hold any special meaning at this point. Hello, fuck off. I don't think I want to... Well, I'm going down here anyway, so off I go. Yeah, the prism stones really help. But when you have to turn this corner, and you actually don't know where you're going, it gets pretty confusing. Hello, go away if you wouldn't mind. Seriously, what the fuck? Now, if I want a lantern to continue from here, which I probably do, can you please just go away? What precisely is your Well, I did request him to leave, and he certainly did that, all on his own. Did Tomb just say I want to be an amazing warrior? Again, ignore me. I was talking nonsense. But yeah, I think I will go and get a lantern. A guaranteed one. I will let Patches know that I'm a cleric. Hello? Yes? Yeah, I'm a cleric, so kick me down. I'm pretty sure he kicks you down irrespective of how you answer him, but anyway. Skull lantern. Hopefully I can equip this thing and still be able to fast roll. Fortunately I can. You do need it in the left hand to be able to produce light with it. Good day. It's very nice of you to block my arrows like that. I'll attack your friend then. He's got a shield. This is why the bow can be annoying. See, I can't actually loose my arrow and roll fast enough there. In fact, yes, I will focus on this fellow first because I don't think he's healing himself. Can't quite see when he's letting down his guard, as you can appreciate. You're the one I want to fight. I'm not too familiar with my surroundings right now. I've got something of an idea. I need to try and get closer. It's just his friend bothers me. Come on. Let's go. See how he turtles me? I do have to contend with your friend as well, you do realise. In fact, it's probably because... Yes, okay. It's very well understood that going bow only against you is a truly miserable experience. And then I'll lose my fucking... Okay. Coax him into attack, and then... try to get a fucking... I can't fight the other guy because he's going to heal himself and then... Thank you! Oh no, he's not dead, and I'm... why I'm not dead, I've got no fucking idea. But yeah, bow builds, I'm still getting the hang of it. It's not that fucking comfortable. It's especially hard when you started to get into the flow of things and then you stop playing for like 2 months. By you, I mean me. Yeah, me. No, stop it. Did I prevent his healing, or did I just deal that much damage to him that I couldn't even notice him recovering any health? I don't know. Either way, that's now been taken care of. Let's drink an Estus flask while doing that. Yeah. Yeah. What the fuck? Why have I been playing this game for 11 years and I never knew I could do this? I don't know. I mean, this must have existed from the beginning. Still finding new glitches this late in the game. Anyway. Did I just get 2 heals out of 1 Estus flask? What the fuck is going on? Maybe I didn't. Maybe it just took that long to show me the heal, I don't know.
You banished those two hollows.
Yeah. His name's Nico. Fucking Nico Ni and all that business. Fucking Nico. I mean, if they added a K, it wouldn't have been an issue. But no, they had to make it Nico, didn't they? I don't really want to deal with you. Well, I suppose I may as well. It's only 3 arrows. It's only like 6 to 7 seconds of my life that I have to spend. No. Maybe if I needed white titanite, I'd waste the time. Well, actually, I say that, but I'm wasting the time anyway. Maybe I should have just used a homeward bone. Let's do that. I have them equipped, apparently. It's news to me. Alright. Now, the reason why I'm here is so that I may acquire the Silver Serpent Ring. I'm not taking on the Tomb of the Giants just yet. That is for later. Yes, indeed. Let's get the lantern out. Imagine if I just went through here without the lantern, after going to great pains to pick one up. Now, I didn't actually have to go to any pains whatsoever. I could have just fucking dropped down there, picked it up, homeward bone back, and then ignored, you know, Yazawa Niko and her boyfriend. But instead... Stop, no. I understand that what should be a simple process is not working out to be quite so simple. Don't press the fucking triangle button to pick things up. Stop doing that. It's ridiculous. It's not entirely without logic, but it is starting to get really silly. You're pressing all the wrong buttons and now you've completely fucked yourself. You have completely fucked yourself, and quite frankly, you deserve it. You deserve it. That's 17,000 souls that you're about to lose because you are actually unable to coordinate what should be deeply rooted hand mechanics. I don't know. Fuck me sideways. What a joke. I have to go back and get those souls. There's 17,000. That's going to save me some time. Farming souls. To start with 17,000. Get out your fucking lantern. I feel like I'm an infant again, coming back to this game. I think it's because I do think it's because Elden Ring's so much easier. I feel like I can fuck around in Elden Ring and it's not going to actually punish me at all, but here I am coming into Dark Souls, quite honestly fucking around and being extremely lazy. There goes 17,000 souls. Now, for what reason he managed to deal that much damage to me in that moment, but I wasn't taking much damage at all last time, I've got no idea. It doesn't make any sense to me. I'm not going to dwell on the fact. I lost 70,000 souls. 1-7, not 7-0. And that's okay. Let's go back to the painted world and grind some fucking souls. I'm not going to subject you to it for too long, but whatever. Ugh. What a frustration. Now, needless to say. Hold on. Did I get the... I did. I nearly lost my cool. But yeah, oh whoops. Do I have a running piercing attack with this thing? I don't. I don't know why I felt that I did. It's not a rapier. Doomling. I know you might think it is, but it's not. Do I have the... See, my throat is fucked now after that sneeze. How can a sneeze ruin my throat? It's like the reverberation, or the vibration rather, of my vocal cords has been hampered. I don't know. Oh, is that a one-shot with the two-handed R2? It sure fucking is. That's going to speed things up exponentially. I'm very happy to see that. Someone's going to be like, this guy's farming souls without a bow. Do you really want to watch me do this with a bow? If you do, then I'm sorry. I'm genuinely sorry that I'm robbing you of that enjoyment. But I do actually want souls within a reasonable length of time. That's what I want. Good night. I'm killing you too because that feels right. I don't mind taking a hit. That's okay. What? The recent Elden Ring patch made bleed even more broken? How? Why would they do that? Hasn't everyone been remarking on the fact that bleed is way too fucking strong and they're going to make it even stronger? By what measure are we talking? Is it just ridiculously strong now, or is it only slightly stronger? Of course, even slightly stronger is still totally inappropriate, because if anything, it's in need of a nerf, not a fucking whatever the opposite of nerf is. Got a flying creature on my... It's a fucking mosquito. What is a mosquito doing in here? Fuck off. I don't have anything open. Why is a mosquito flying in my room? This is ridiculous. Lots of things to be annoyed about right now. But here I am playing Dark Souls with my dear audience. I should be a little bit happier, you know? I should revel in the joy a little more. Alright, so we've basically made back the souls we just lost. Took 2 rounds to do that, I think. Don't do that. Just leave me alone, man. Well, yeah. Can't imagine there being too many mosquitoes in Siberia. The scaling system was broken, so when they fixed it, it made the build-up broken. I see. So when you say the scaling system was broken, you actually mean that it didn't function as intended. And then when you use the same term to describe bleed, you intend it to mean that it's too strong. Okay. Please don't kill me. I don't mind if you hurt me, I just don't want to have to return here after the bonfire and essentially miss out on an opportunity to kill all these guys in this round and then... Anyway, stop it. I would love more poise, but I don't have the ring right now, so... Yeah, I've got a different ring. I think the last time I was here I was getting this armor set, but I don't believe that I actually killed these phalanx creatures at that time. Why are you dodging differently? What do you mean? What does that mean? Do you mean that I'm dodging back? Oh, I'm doing the front flip? That is the Darkwood Grain Ring flip. It is only possible with very light builds. It used to actually replace the... I think it used to replace the light roll. But now it's actually... Well, I say now. I believe it was changed like early 2012 or something, if I remember correctly. They updated it to have an even stricter requirement for low equip load. I don't know what the percentage is, but anyway. That was a pretty fast run. I'm happy with that. Of course, I could be making more souls at the moment, but I'm not. I don't have the symbol of avarice, and I don't want to get it. I don't want to take the time to do it, and on top of that, I wouldn't be able to fast roll with it. Just out of range. And then he turns away from me. What are you doing? I can't accept that that was intentionally you walking away from me so that I couldn't actually get in range of you. That might have been what it was, but what an awkward design. God. Very good. Better range than you might think, this Boulder Side Sword. I was very happy to get it. I think I did have to work for it, though. I didn't just randomly get it. It wasn't a super lucky pickup. It did take a little bit of time, but I think I may have actually done it all on camera. I don't think I did any off-camera farming for it. Look, I don't think that From Software are all that keen on making Elden Ring really hard. I think it may very well be in their interest in some way to have something that can be exploited. It is ultimately the choice of people who've played the older games to choose different ways to play that aren't just inherently broken. Now, what I would like is to be able to enjoy Bleed without feeling like I'm too strong. Because I am a little repelled by the idea of having Bleed be so damn good. It's always been pretty good, well, not always, I guess as of Dark Souls 3? I can't remember how it was in Dark Souls 2, I only used one Bleed build in that game, and that was a long time ago, so I don't remember exactly how it was. It was fine for me at the time, but I don't seem to recall it being especially better than how it was in the first Dark Souls, so yeah, I don't know. I do think that things will be nerfed, but it's pretty incredible. It's an incredible oversight for Capcom to, I can only assume, inadvertently boost the damage of Bleed under the current circumstances. I mean, in this current environment where everyone's basically saying, oh, the game's too hard for you, use Bleed. They've gone and made it stronger through the recent change that they've made. That's messy. That's a real joke. I don't know how much more of this I should do. I don't want to force you guys to watch me do this. It's not fun at all. I mean, I've spent a lot of time in this live stream series killing these enemies over and over again. I don't mind doing it, but it's pretty boring for you guys to watch at this point, I would imagine. I'm at 67,000 souls right now. I'm assuming that you can't see the souls counter behind my current webcam view. But yeah. And it's 2 level ups. We now have enough strength to use the Avalon, but we certainly don't have enough endurance to fast roll with it. And I don't think I want to take up a ring slot with Havel's ring. I don't even have it. No, there's a reason why I don't have it. It's because I wasn't going to take the time to get it for a build that I wasn't going to use it with. And, yeah. I'm just thinking what I should do. Well, how much heavier is the Avalon? I definitely can't do Darkwood Grain Ring flips with this fucking thing at the moment. What I should probably do is I will save this for later. For the moment, I don't need it. I've put my points into strength. I can use it if I want to, but I don't really want to. I think instead of grinding for the souls needed to level up my endurance, I should just focus on endurance for the next few level ups as I naturally acquire more souls while playing through the game. That's probably the way we want to do this. Although I feel like I could give Vitality a little bit of attention as well. Whatever. You know what a funny build would actually be? Only putting points into resistance. Yeah. Resistance only. That could be interesting. It wouldn't be very good at all. It would be pretty bad, actually. But it would be a form of challenge run. And I suppose you'd be able to see just how helpful resistance can possibly be. I don't know. My estimation would be that it's not very good at all. Even if you level it up a lot. Now, I can't actually warp out of here. I will be doing another round regardless. Because indeed, I do have to get past them to leave the area. It's very nice of you to fall down and stop there. Of course, he had to recover from the huge distance that he fell when going from the stairs to the ground. Stop that. There are definitely better ways to do this. I've done this better a number of times already. But this is fine too, I guess. I'm just happy to be able to one-shot them here. I've definitely done this soul farming technique without being able to one-shot them, and it really does add a lot of time onto the process. It cannot be understated or underestimated. Just how much of a difference it makes if you can one-shot them. Now, I will actually switch to the bow. Because at this point, any enemy that I come across does not relate to... Oh, actually. I do need this weapon for this moment. Coming up here. Again, it's good to have it on hand. At all times. Having to manually equip it is no fun. Maybe some would suggest that I ameliorate the lacking... equip load. And then he disappears into the fucking ether. Thank you for prompting me to waste my goddamn time. Honestly. I mean, whatever, I can make some more souls, I guess. Provided I can get them back, which I will. But seriously. I'm not fucking impressed. But yeah, I can probably address the lack of equip load for my Avalon by not having the Boulder-Side Sword equipped at all times, but the convenience of having the Boulder-Side Sword equipped at all times certainly trumps the convenience of having an alternative ranged combat option available to me. So that's how I would look at that. Yeah, if anyone's wondering if I will record Elden Ring at some point in the future, I will, but I have to get a streaming PC for that. OBS is not going to agree with Elden Ring running on the same machine. OBS is very, very sensitive and very fragile. If I'm running a game like Elden Ring, and it's not like Elden Ring is especially taxing on my system, but it's enough to put OBS in a flap. Get the Steam Deck, what? What do you mean? Stream the fucking Steam Deck? Well, I suppose it would be designed to allow for that. That would make sense. You fuck off. Go away, man. I don't know what the conditions for having this guy spawn are. I actually don't know. Because sometimes he spawns and sometimes he doesn't, and I don't really understand what that's about. Anyway. There is a considerable difference between using one hand and using two hand. I don't know the exact damage increase. It may be reflected in the status. No, it's not reflected in the status. In certain Souls games, it does actually show you how much more damage you're dealing when you go two-handed versus one-handed, but it's a small increase. It's noticeable. Even if numerically it doesn't look like a big increase. When you play the game with two-handed weaponry, and then switch to one-handed, you'll notice that you're dealing a whole lot less damage. And that is most certainly the case. Now, I should have enough to level up again, actually. I'll put that into Endurance. Endurance. Tomb of the Giants? Or is there something else I can do? I haven't upgraded the Xanthus set. I think that's something that I need to focus on. As I recall, Twinkling Titanite is required. And I don't have much of that. Let's go and get some. Yay! Doomlink just finished one round of farming and now he's going to start a new round of farming. What joy. I'm sorry. I need to do it. My armor set's very weak. It's honestly not that good of an armor set under any circumstances, whether it's fully upgraded or not. But I may as well do as much damage with it as I can. It's actually quite pleasing to be able to attack these guys from a distance. I don't like fighting them at close range. I can deal with it, but it's more fun to shoot them like this. And I will keep the silver serpent ring on, honestly. No, actually I won't do that. I will equip the gold serpent ring. I think that would be a better idea. Okay. Although item discovery I'm not entirely convinced is a real stat. I think it's fucking placebo. As I've said in the past, I seem to get better results with lower item discovery. Can any of you weigh in on that? Have you seen concretely that increasing your item discovery actually gives you better drops? Because it's been the opposite for me. I feel like I get better chances when I have a lower number. I think I got 2 slabs in 40 minutes. Maybe 2 slabs in... It may have been 2 slabs in 20 minutes. And I only had like 180 item discovery. So I just don't... I don't fucking believe it. I think it's a fake stat. Fake stat. My drops right now suck. Look, I'm not getting anything. What is my item discovery? Yeah, 300, my fucking ass. 300, but I'm getting nothing from these clams. Are you kidding me? You think it's fixed in the remaster? Alright. I think it's a bullshit stat. So you agree with me then? It's kind of... Look at this! 300 item discovery and I'm getting nothing from these guys. They're supposed to drop all the time. I'm going to take off this gold serpent ring. This is stupid. You watch, I'll get a drop from the next one now. I might even get 2 things in one clan, now that my item discovery is back down to 100. Stupid crap. Weapon at risk. Well, I better stop using it then. Stop. Don't get caught behind this stupid crystal on the ground. I don't want to have to deal with that. Yeah, get out of here. I'm going two-handed for good measure. Why would I not go two? Okay, maybe not. Okay, I didn't get an item from that guy, but seriously, my luck sucks at the moment. I literally came here to grind Twinkling Titanite, and I got 1 out of... Is that 6 clams? 6 clams! Usually it's like 4 or more. Plus some purging stones, but no. Not today, Sonny Jim. Alright. I'm not in the mood for this. I'm going to upgrade a little bit. I'll take like 3 armor pieces to +1. Yeah, these 3. That's fine. Let's do that. And that'll do us for now. I'd like to read a comment from one of my viewers on my newest upload. My most recent upload. Once my laptop loads it. If you know anything about my laptop, it barely functions. That's one thing that hasn't changed from my old setup. My laptop still sucks. I'll get another laptop eventually, but it's kind of a low priority. What does the comment say? I actually haven't read it properly, but seems good enough. Oh, right. So in reference to the fact that I was playing Monster Hunter Freedom, Caffeinated says, just woke up and clicked on this right away. You're a madman for still playing this. It's always looked so rough and bothersome, but you've got to start somewhere, I suppose. Thank you for the time, as usual. Thank you for watching. Yes, that's right, I also need to... Why haven't I purchased the... What is it, the weaponsmith box? I think that's... No, I don't know what it is. Repair box, that's what it's called. Huh. I repair with the repair box. Okay, yeah. Anyway, I haven't purchased it. Let me purchase it now. Repair box. But while I'm here, I will repair my equipment through you, Andre. But I may as well repair this as well. We're going to reinforce armor. And like so, we have slightly less shit defense, but still shit. I should go and get the Mask of the Father or something. In fact, no, I will be making my way through the Tomb of the Giants anyway, so why not? My thinking, if you're wondering when I'll do the DLC, it will happen. But I do still feel rather weak right now, I have to say. My character, I think what it comes down to is, I am using a pure bow build. It's not exactly a meta build. You are going to be slightly disadvantaged by using that. Furthermore, my defense sucks. It was my choice to use this armor set, so I can't really blame anyone except myself for that. Obviously my build is more focused around evasion than tanking hits, so I do feel a bit weak. I would like to go through the Tomb of the Giants before going to the DLC area. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure if I'm okay with them removing weapon durability in Elden Ring. To be completely honest, weapon durability was taking more and more of a backseat from Dark Souls 2, really. Dark Souls 2 was the first game to introduce the concept of repairing your weapon automatically just by resting at a bonfire, but they sort of balanced it alright in Dark Souls 2. Weapons broke more easily in Dark Souls 2, and repair powder was very hard to come by. At least until you... Yeah, once you got into the end game, I think you could purchase it. Presumably there was a way to purchase it infinitely, but... yeah, that was really where it started. And by Dark Souls 3, I mean, your weapon would never break. Like, your weapon would never break in Dark Souls 3, unless you're using the washing pole or something. Or a crystal weapon if they existed, I don't remember if they did. But then on top of that, you were repairing it automatically at the bonfire, so... I suppose because things were going in that direction, From Software were like, well, why do we even have durability? And they just removed it. I think that's the wrong approach. I think if durability has become totally trivialized, pointless, and no longer contributes to a meaningful part of combat or player-game interaction, do something about it. Don't just remove it entirely, like, fix that shit. You've obviously gone in the wrong direction when it comes to durability. Because it adds more complexity and intricacy to your game to have a system like that. But no, you just cut it out. Whatever. I guess it's one less thing to balance, isn't it? And when it comes to balancing, it seems that From Software is struggling at the moment. And also when it comes to making a functioning PC game, they're struggling at the moment. I happen to be playing Elden Ring on the PC, and yeah, it's been a rough ride. It's been a really rough ride. Of course, the console players are rubbing their hands together. Ha, PC players. Well, I suppose when you've got no argument to really make, you have to latch onto things like that, don't you? What the fuck am I doing here? This is not the Tomb of the Giants. Go to the Tomb of the Giants. You fool. I have 10,732 souls at this time, and I'd like to keep them. I don't want to lose them. And that will require a degree of skill that at the very least meets the basic standard of a person who has reached this point in the game. Last time I was going through this area, I was doing some dumb shit. Let's not have a repeat of that. Oh, fuck off. No, stop it. I don't have time for that shit. Need to remember where I'm going. Yeah. Just keep hanging a right and you'll get where you want to be eventually. Dealing with all the enemies in that part of the Tomb of the Giants is just a waste of time. I'm not into it. Paladin Leroy will invade you if you are alive here. I'm not alive here. Hello, Crystal Lizard. Goodbye, Crystal Lizard. What am I doing? I should be using my bow. I forgot that I was using a pure bow build. Those of you just tuning in, reading pure bow build in the title of the live stream, and then checking to see what weapon I'm using, and you find that it is not a bow. Well, needless to say, the word pure loses its meaning at that point, doesn't it? It's not really a pure bow build if I'm running around with a bolt and side sword, but no, of course it is, for all intents and purposes, a pure bow build. I use it as my main means of dealing damage to enemies. Fuck off. I don't know if I've got enough Estus flasks for the upcoming boss. I better go and get this soul over here. That's one thing that I didn't do. I actually didn't end up consuming all of the consumable souls in my inventory while trying to level up. Whatever. My least favourite part of this boss fight is the very start of it. I think it's ridiculous that I have to lose so much health from falling. I mean, whose idea was that? Look at that. It's like a third of my health just to start the boss fight. Eat my ass. It's an insult. I'll just snipe you from the entrance area. Seriously. I don't mind. How do you like that? Oh wait, I should be equipping the wolf ring. Let's do that. I need to keep an eye on my health. When I say that I need to keep an eye on my health, that's what I mean. Okay, now. Stop it. Okay, I'll get in close. I'll come in and give you a hug. Give you some attention. Do your ranged attack, please. And kill these fucking skeletons. Well, not kill them, but incapacitate them. I need some skeletal incapacitation. That's what I need. Stop. No. See, you are not doing the attack that I need you to do. I need the skeletons, thank you. See, now, that was not such an unreasonable request. It's in your interest to do that attack, sort of. Sort of. Need to bring my bloody microphone closer. If I ever venture away from the diaphragm of my microphone, I am about to scream. I'm targeting everything except the fucking boss that I want to actually be targeting. And it's ridiculous. I have to actually do this manually. Otherwise, this is never going to work. We've got an update for you, says my shitty Windows 10 laptop. What I don't like about that... Oh, thank you for hitting the skeletons, that's very good of you. Yeah, if I venture away from my microphone, it's purely out of habit. I'm used to not needing to be close to the diaphragm of my microphone, and I feel like I'm naturally pulling my head back away from it, almost because it's some sort of annoyance. Some sort of subconscious annoyance. Please don't. No, I'm not going to be beaten down by some fucking skeleton! I knew that that skeleton was going to get me, but in that moment you have to make a decision. Do I go for the heal quickly and get it over and done with, or do I increase the distance between myself and the danger and risk losing my chance to heal and then getting hit by some ranged attack or something? Which Gravelord Nito does actually avail himself of frequently. He does have that option to send some big red sword piercing into my anus. Ugh. Well, thank you for the for the sub, the gifted sub. I'm not. Listen to me very carefully, you stupid four-legged skeleton piece of shit. I'm not going to lose most of my health before I've even left the starting area, okay? I only just got here. What a joke. I don't need more Estus flasks, I'll be fine. Hope this adds to your streaming PC. Well, thank you. I regret to say that a streaming PC is pretty low on the list of priorities at the moment. The number one priority for me right now is to get a new green screen. My current green screen, like, look, it doesn't technically affect your ability to enjoy the recordings because the green screen functions. And if the green screen is functioning, then it should look fine for you. But this one really sucks. It's extremely awkward. It was fine when I was resting it against a wall, which is what I used to be doing. Now I'm no longer resting it against a wall. I'm resting it against another object that is certainly not designed to be balancing a green screen on. And I need a green screen that stands on its own. A collapsible one. And they're a little expensive. They're not super expensive, but you know, it's about, you know, it's not too much cheaper than getting a decent capture card. I suppose it is a bit cheaper. I thought the first priority was to get rid of Bob the Builder. Yes, that was the first priority, but I'm glad to say that because Bob the Builder has been removed from the picture. Bob the Builder is now gone. There is no more Bob the Builder. He is a thing of the past. My priorities have been therefore reevaluated, and now the first priority is to get a green screen. I love losing all this fucking damage before I've even fought the boss, so I get to heal myself here, and then take some more damage. Yeah. Unbelievable. The nerve of those bloody game developers. Where is Nito? Hello? Get over here. I need to deal with your stupid skeletons. The sooner you get over here, the sooner I don't have to deal with the skeletons. The reason why I don't pursue Nito right into that corner is because there are some much more annoying skeletons to deal with over that way. You can see them, sort of. I do not want to piss them off. Dealing with these skeletons here is annoying enough already. He's doing the attack, he's doing the thing. And annoyingly you were out of range. Of course. That's about right. Yeah, the skeletons really do make the fight slightly more annoying, but it's okay because Nito is such an easy boss that you need at least some... Yeah, okay, the fact that I'm not dead is something of a miracle, but seriously, I think I don't... No, I do have my wolf ring on. I feel like I'm flinching way too much. Stop fucking targeting everything except Nito, please. I need to stop targeting. I'm in this habit of targeting, but yeah, hit me. I don't give a fuck. At least you're hitting the skeletons at this point. Unbelievable. I just want to be able to target the boss automatically. Why would you target the small monsters automatically? What's the deal with that? Target the big dick in front of me. Oh, okay, well, that's fine. Stop. Don't interrupt me. Don't fucking interrupt me. I'm actually trying to get out of the way of this thing. I wouldn't seek to pull any skeletons out of its range, but I need to be a little bit smarter with my Estus flasks here. Go away, skeleton. Bloody skeletons. He's got a wide swing. It's good for hitting skeletons, but it's also good for hitting me. Thank you for doing your little drill pierce flip in midair. Okay, stop. They are fucking pursuing these. I cannot contend with that. I'm not even dead. They're gonna... I just rolled into... Yeah, I rolled into the giant skeletons. Beautiful. What is typically a very, very easy process stops being easy when you're going pure bow. I don't really know how to explain it, but it just feels different. I don't feel as capable. I feel like I am literally handicapped. I was willing to take on that challenge when I did... Oh, fucking hell, I'm going in the wrong direction. I don't know how many souls I lost. I don't want to know. Something like 20,000, whatever. I can live with that. Bill the Builder. How about, Bob the Dildo? I don't know. Bob the Dildo, maybe. Bob the Dildo. Come on! Dill the Builder. You know, I suppose Bill would make more sense. Bill the Builder. You came up with a better one. I started talking about dildos and weird things. Anyway. I'm so fucking annoyed by this. Nito is such an easy boss. But his skeletons are causing problems. Ugh. Fucking hell. The cable of my controller is starting to really piss me off too. I don't know what the deal is. Yeah, classic Dark Souls. You have to respect a game that still fucking causes trouble for you even when you've played so much of it. I'm definitely not in good stead to perform well. My mind is definitely in Elden Ring at the moment. I challenge any of you to play Elden Ring and only Elden Ring for like 2 or 3 weeks and then go and play this game. It's interesting. You don't realize what it's actually done to you, but you will play worse. You will play worse. Guaranteed. I don't know if Dark Souls 3 had that effect on me. I'm pretty sure it didn't. But anyway. Bill the Dildo. I think I said... Yeah, I don't know what I said. I definitely said dildo. Whether or not I said Bill the Dildo, I couldn't be sure. Alright, heal yourself. No, stop. I don't need my laptop to have a fucking seizure while I'm trying to engage the boss. I had 2 Windows menus on either side of my screen coming up and blocking everything all at the same time. I had to... Well, okay. That's great. I'll just, you know... stop targeting and then just shoot the ground. I stopped targeting for a reason. It's because I was concerned about being on the receiving end of an attack, but what I ended up achieving was completely missing my shot and then not even dealing damage after all that. It just happened again. I'm so frustrated. I'm playing worse now. I didn't need a heal twice there. That was actually unnecessary. You didn't even succeed in hitting a single skeleton. I mean, I'm sure that wasn't your objective, to hit your own skeletons, but as far as I'm concerned, you're doing nothing to assist me. And I suppose that's also not really much of an objective of yours, is it? Maybe I should try this. Maybe I should... No. Fucking... This is incredible. This giant mass of bullshit in front of me mostly cannot be... Yep, brilliant. What the fuck? This is so insufferable. I hate this fight right now. How am I out of Estus flasks? How is this possible? How? I can't believe this. I wish you could appreciate how awkward this is. Yeah, go for it. I actually can't play the game. I feel like an infant. I actually feel like an infant. Like, what the fuck? I played this game better when it came out, upon the strength of my experience with Demon Souls at the time. And here I am, unable to fucking kill Gravelord Nito, one of the easiest bosses in the fucking game. It's unbelievable. But... Seath is technically harder than Nito, and I didn't have any problems with Seath. But don't you see the irony of this? Oh, what am I doing? I'm going in the wrong ass direction. Get away from this ass. Also, thank you for the follow. Gwyndo's Vista. That's a good name. Gwyndo's Vista. Okay. Very good. Why you reference Vista in particular, I can't imagine. Either you're quite the stalwart supporter of Windows Vista, even after all these years. Or it was just a random Windows model that came to mind when you decided to name yourself. Ugh. Well, thank you for clipping my misery, Beans. But yeah, what I was going to mention was that it's rather appropriate that the only struggle that I had with Seath the Scaleless was when that fucking clam entered the fight. And here I am dealing with Gravelord Nito, and it's not Nito himself that's causing problems, it's the skeletons in the fight with him that are causing problems. It's just I don't think you realise how vulnerable I am when I'm drawing my bow and shooting it. The process of drawing it enough is quite a period of vulnerability, and then I loose the arrow, and then I'm sort of standing there again, unable to do anything. Oh, I see why I ran out of Estus Flasks. I only have 5. I'm so distracted by my frustrations that I'm not actually paying attention to what's going on. I'm entering the fight with 5 Estus Flasks. I don't want to do that. I want 10 or 15 or fucking 20, whatever is going to get me through this fight. I don't think giving myself this kind of handicap is going to help anyone. Certainly not you guys. You're going to have to sit here watching me do this over and over again. Really, it should have been a one... you know, successful try in one go. Come on. At least I'm targeting the boss this time and not the skeletons. Fucking hell. 5 Estus challenge run. It can be done, I just need to play properly, that's all. I can get away with 3, come on. Yeah, do the hand. Do the hand. What I don't like about the hand... Oh shit. No, stop. Don't you dare interrupt me. I can't run towards those skeletons. Thankfully I was just out of range of that. Okay, so... Just couldn't quite roll that in time. It looks like I just stood there and took it, but I couldn't move, okay? Now, I don't want these skeletons to chase me out of the range. That's gonna hit me. Go. Fuck. Barely got out of the range of that. I just need him to consistently do that attack where he's... There we go. I think that's how you prompt it. You piss him off by standing behind him and then he'll just do that attack. It's very good because it allows me to not have to deal with the skeletons for at least... Oh, he's going to do that thing where he... Alright. I need another one of those, and you know what that is. Do it. Yeah. That's how we get it done. That's how we get it done. We just stand behind him and he gets all uncomfortable and he wants to hit everything in his immediate radius. No, don't you dare be fucking greedy and fuck it up like that. Ladies and gentlemen, I mean, yes, I did manage to do the 5 Estus challenge run, but sorry, that's my controller disconnecting and reconnecting and pulling you out of the moment by playing that fucking system audio. My fucking laptop is auto-updating. Windows 10. Take me back to Windows Vista, please. Irrespective of what I'm doing on the machine, it's just like, oh, well, this Windows update happens to be more important than whatever you're doing right now because we're Windows, or rather, we're Microsoft and we don't give a fuck about what you're doing. It's all about what we want. It's all about what we're doing, and we're making Windows better, blah, blah, blah. If you wanted to make Windows better, you'd stop making shit operating systems. Fuck off. Windows 10 is abysmal, and I wouldn't touch Windows 11 with a shit-covered stick. Alright. So basically I can't read the chat right now because the laptop that I was using to monitor the chat is currently auto-updating. I'm looking at a fucking blue screen, getting Windows ready, don't turn off your computer. Well, I'm fucking tempted to. If only to thwart you. Fucking Microsoft. Bunch of assholes. Alright. Let's do a bit of soul consumption. Very annoying. I will give you an update on the number of souls that I'm acquiring. God, my voice is fucked at the moment. I sneezed that one time, and my throat was gone. I literally can't talk now. Basically, when I go into a certain low register on, like, right there, I sound raspy and shitty. It's awful. Like, what the fuck? Today's not my day, I'm telling you. How many souls do I have? 90,000? Not enough to level up 3 times a day. Oh, it is just enough to level up 3 times. Very good. Endurance. So again, we won't be able to flip with the Avalon, but I think we're getting a little bit closer. Maybe. I don't fucking know. Now. DLC or Bed of Chaos. 9% complete on the fuck off, stupid laptop. 9% complete. I have to open my stream on my fucking phone so I can monitor the chat. What an insult. Mobile live dashboard. Yeah, well, there we go. Now, I can't read the chat history because Twitch can't do that. Twitch is like, what chat history? You weren't there, so you don't need to read what was said. Fuck off. That's Twitch. So, whatever has been said between my laptop updating and now, I'm sorry, but I can't read it. It's invisible to me. Speaking of invisible, I have to make my cursor invisible. It was briefly visible. You were talking about wanting Windows 7 back. Well, that would be nice. Windows 7 was pretty good. I don't have anything against that operating system. That was the last good Microsoft operating system, actually. It was fairly robust, innovative, and compatible. Okay. Now, DLC or Bed of Chaos was the question that was on my mind. Bed of Chaos would actually be fairly easy. As far as going through Lost Izalith, that might not be so easy. To be completely honest, the Bed of Chaos, your ability to fight the Bed of Chaos is in no way proportionate to your damage output. Never has been, never will be. But as far as getting to that point, it does help to have decent damage. But the thing is, I'm not going to be doing all that much more damage than I am now if I were to do the DLC before Bed of Chaos. So let's just do the Bed of Chaos, may as well, and then we'll take on the DLC. In other words, it's Lost Izalith time. I sadly do not have access to the Daughter of Chaos bonfire. We've gone over why. Is there anything that I want to do outside of just heading straight to Lost Izalith? I think I can possibly... Wait, do I require... Hopefully I still require one Twinkling Titanite to upgrade these armor pieces, because I do actually have 2 on hand now. I can upgrade 2 more pieces. I should have bought the armor smithing box, because I swear I can upgrade my armor with it. But no, I'm going to be a bit slow about it and do this instead. Flip a coin. I don't know what relevance American barbecue and shooting guns has to anything I've said hitherto, but sure. What am I upgrading? None of that. I'm upgrading this, thank you. Xanthus overcoat. Xanthus gloves. I don't know if it's Xanthus or Xanthaus. Xanthaus. It's probably Xanthus. But anyway. Like, well, what's the fucking O doing there if it's Xanthus? Could have just had THUS. Stupid English language. My eye is itchy. Yeah, my eye is itchy. Apparently I've been live for 1 hour and 43 minutes. I think I will take on the entirety of Lost Izalith, regardless of how long that takes. And then I'll finish at that point once we've completed it. That sounds fair to me. Just a bit of light entertainment. Get it? Because I have a light moving build and I need that to be able to dark wood grain ring flip. Very light humid Doom Link. Yeah. He's a funny guy, that Doom Link. Sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to question that. I've probably traversed that path more times than any of you have shat in your lifetimes, and yet I don't think I've ever done that. I don't think I've ever quite done that. Just walk straight off the fucking edge like that. That's new. That's a first time for me. What the fuck? I swear to God, look, I'm just going to say it's the 60 FPS, okay? The 60 FPS on the original Dark Souls on PC. It caused a problem. I'm telling you, I was sucked off the edge. Something was pulling me. The siren call had to be answered, and my character jumped off the edge in response to it. What would you have me do? Welcome to die, yes. I don't know what you just linked a gaming with. Shit! Are you kidding me? How much time do you think I have to waste? I don't have that much time to waste, Jesus. That's a degree of patience that I can't possibly relate to. As far as what I'm expected to employ to not actually go fucking insane. What a place for the souls to be. Okay, well, I don't even know how many I've got there. Maybe 3,000? Oh, fuck off. Come on. I probably rolled straight off when I landed on that too. And that's where they ended up. Fuck right off. I don't want them back. Those 3,000 souls can stay right there. I have no interest in them. Fuck off. In fact, it should be less. I had 3,000 before I moved to upgrade my armor pieces, so I probably had closer to 1,000 or 1,500. Fuck it. It can stay right there. Some guy who's still playing the PC version of Dark Souls will just have to look at that bloodstain sitting there, and he will wonder how the hell I died. And why the bloodstain is there of all places. Blighttown. If you think the frame rate is bad here, go and watch the build that I did on the PS3, okay? And quite frankly, you can also watch the 360 builds, because they weren't all that much better. And I do say they because I have a vague recollection of having done two on the 360. I don't know. The server should be up, yes, because I didn't actually have a message saying that I was playing offline, so I should actually have, for example, I should be able to drop this. Yes. Yeah, I'm online, alright. The servers are back up and running. I can't believe that they didn't allow for the servers of this version and the remastered version to run concurrently. In other words, communicate with one another. Where am I going? I'm going this way. Run concurrently. They are running concurrently, you dick. The point is that they don't communicate with one another. You can't... There is no cross-play. There you go. Maybe cross-play would communicate the point with greater clarity than whatever the hell I was saying before. Running concurrently. Well, they're both running. So yeah, they're running concurrently, but that doesn't actually have any bearing on whether or not we can play together irrespective of the version we're playing. Thank you, Doomlink, again for furnishing us with what can only be called deep and comprehensive knowledge. Now, we are almost at the Daughter of Chaos bonfire. Once I rest there, I will have access to a new warp point. That would be great. I do look forward to that. I won't have to make this fucking journey again. I have been here before, it's just the reason why I didn't rest at that bonfire last time was because I wanted to be able to, rather conveniently, warp back to Blighttown with a homeward bone. We have killed Ceaseless Discharge, therefore we do have access to Lost Izalith. I am cognizant of the fact that I do not at this time hold a substantial number of arrows. I would not be able to go from this point in the game to the point where the Bed of Chaos is dead and still have enough arrows. I will by that point have expended all 83 of the large arrows that I hold at this time, and I would have to dig into some other arrow type. Long story short, I will be purchasing more arrows when I have more souls to play with. At this stage I only have 500, which is almost nothing. Yes, the servers were turned off for a time because some dick thought that they would, you know, play a prank on someone or something. I don't know. I'll stop it. Of course, I realise the details are a little bit more, how shall I say, detailed than that. But I think everyone knows the story, so I may as well give it my own quirky retelling. I always fucking fall down there. You know, I'm just minding my own business, walking through here, and then I just slide down that fucking hole there. It's awful. It's designed to do that. They put it there. First time players, if you're walking on the right side, for no other reason than it just feels natural to walk on the right side, well, prepare to be punished, honestly. I think accuracy is valuable at this point. Kill him before he... yeah. It was a dick shot too. That's what I like to see. But yes, accuracy is paramount at this stage. I don't have so many arrows, so I need to make them count. I'm quite happy to purchase more, but while I'm here again, I should do a fucking backflip next time. Let's have a repeat of that circumstance. Shit. Except this time I will actually evade with a backflip. It's cooler. Much cooler. Look at that. How much more cinematic is that? Evading with backflips. That's cool. Let's do that some more. Unfortunately, that didn't look as good because I'm losing frames facing towards the wider area of Lost Izalith. I like that. Backflip evades. It's just clean. You're not traveling too much distance with your evades. And I feel like the recovery time's pretty quick, so yeah, I like that. I'm getting 300 souls for every one of those that I'm killing. How much damage am I dealing to you? Oh, that's actually alright. There is a bonfire over here. I never use it. If you're having problems with the upcoming boss, then honestly, I don't think the solution is to rest at this bonfire. I think the solution is to come back when you've got a better build. Because, again, you're going to be struggling through the rest of Lost Izalith if this boss presents an issue. I'm not even going to so much as light that other bonfire. I'm not dealing with you. If you're gonna walk around and just automatically evade my fucking arrow, then no. I've actually officially decided that I'm running through all this because I don't have the patience to wait. I'm going to go straight to the boss. The Demon Fire Sage, as I recall. Hello. No, I can't fucking roll that fast, man. Can you get up off the ground, you absolute fucker? How long does it take for you to recover? I mean, if we were to liken this to real life. Really, could you imagine taking that head on? I couldn't. But again, we're not relating this to real life because that would be unreasonable. This is a fictional character and it's a fictional setting. So, let's not do that. Stop, I can't recover fast. Okay, well, I only just barely managed to recover fast enough there. But still, I wasn't too happy about that. Stop. Whatever. The damage that's being dealt to me is not too bad. I mean, that should give you an idea of how easy this boss is. You've seen how much damage I've taken from certain enemies, for example, in the Tomb of the Giants. Well, this guy doesn't even come close to that, so... And he's a boss. Ow. Never mind, he does come close to it. He comes close to it! I'm sorry! I shouldn't have said that! Fuck. First time I've died to the Demon Fire Sage on camera ever. Ever. And probably like the third time that I've ever died to the Demon Fire Sage in 11 years of playing the game and some 2,000 hours of playing it. Some guy's gonna be like, only 2,000 hours in 11 years? Hey, guess what? I've got other games that I play. That's right. Could you imagine having other games that you play? Well, if you can't, maybe you could learn through experience. Give it a try. Take a chance. Play something else. Anyway, I like this stream a lot, says Paul. Well, thank you. Sometimes a bit of death can serve as entertainment. It's fucking annoying for me, but whatever. Look, pure bow is fun, but it helps to be comfortable in what you're doing. I don't feel all that comfortable with pure bow right now. I'm especially uncomfortable with the fact that I've only got 41 arrows right now. I'm not happy with that. $800 souls per death. Yeah. What joy. Did you fucking see that? You witnessed that. With your beady little eyes, I'm sure that you surveyed what just fucking took place. That was nearly me dying and losing however many souls I have on that bloodstone. Which probably isn't all that many, but still would have been fucking annoying. Are you telling me that missed? Well, I think quite clearly I missed it. It's not a matter of being told that, it's a demonstrated fact. But anyway. Well, that's interesting. I don't know why playing Dark Souls 2 would make you worse at this game. I think the skill set is totally different. But it's not easier to play Dark Souls 2 than this game. It's actually harder to play it. But it's a very different kind of challenge. And it's a shitter challenge. It's a shittier challenge, rather. Shitter, yeah. It belongs in the shitter. That's for damn sure. Alright. Let's run on through. Running on through. I don't have time for any of you. I've got a demon fire sage to kill. One of the easiest bosses in the whole game, and I've died to it. Because I obviously offended him by suggesting that a simple enemy, just, you know, a regular non-boss enemy in the Tomb of the Giants dealt more damage than he does. Well, it turns out that he's got some weak attacks, but in actual fact, holy fucking god, case in point, I've got a mosquito on my face right now. Stop it. I don't know how many souls I've got, but fuck, I actually don't give a shit about the souls. I'll try and get them back. Hand on heart, I pressed the roll button. Hand on fucking heart, I pressed that button. And I pressed it soon enough too. Fuck right off. Okay, I've got 11,000 souls. Roll, man. Oh, he tracks me perfectly, does he? He tracks me perfectly. When has this boss ever been a challenge? This is the first, this is the first time I've ever fought this boss and felt like I was in danger. Are you shitting me? You know what's different about this? I'm fighting him ranged. I usually don't. I'm pressing the button to roll. Did you see how I adjusted myself? I had pressed the roll button like twice. It's like I'm playing fucking first generation Monster Hunter. This is an absolute joke. I'm insulted by this fucking crap. I can't recover fast enough. Okay? I know what needs to be done, it's just my character is standing there like a fucking gawking clown. I just, you know, shot an arrow, I can't move. I get it. Thank God I've got fucking 20... Well, no, I didn't actually have 20 S's. Stop. Look at him go. Look at him go. He's literally destroying me, and what it is I can't play the game. That is the crux of the fucking issue right now. I can't play the game. I'm physically unable to perform. Also mentally incapable of doing so. Yeah? You're gonna combo me? Yeah, you fucking comboed me alright, didn't you? You sure fucking did. Nice work. You asshole. Pure bow build. Woo. I'm just so used to fighting him at close range, it's just different. He's got a lot of attacks that are designed to really punish you if you're choosing to fight him at range. So I'll go close range then, I guess. I can't see shit from this angle. God. I just have to be careful with when I'm going for the attack. That's probably part of the issue. I'm too willing to just go for the attack and pray that I can roll in time. Do your running attack, I don't give a fuck. Well, it wasn't a running attack, but it's whatever. I'm out of fucking arrows. I only needed one more arrow and I didn't have them. Fucking hell. Whatever. Anyway, that's done. I got 20,000 souls for my hard work. And you know, to be honest, that bullshit is burning me out. And I think I'm going to stop once I purchase some arrows and nurse my wounds. Fucking get out of my way. I'm not going to die here. Excuse me, sorry, let me correct that. I am going to die here. I now have to go all the way from the Daughter of Chaos bonfire, okay, all the way down to the pit where the slaying of... Let me rephrase that. The pit that dries up when... or hardens, whatever. When Ceaseless Discharge dies, I have to go all the way through there, through the boss room, go all the way up there, get my fucking bloodstain back that currently has 30-something thousand souls on it. I'm now shifting my webcam and I have no way of checking to make sure that that's still fine. I have to check it again. Let me have a look. Is that fine? I can't see. That's fucking fine. What a day. What a fucking day. I have no choice but to go in there with a boulder sidesword. Yeah, exactly. It wasn't an arrow kill, I deserved that death. Shit. Yeah, go for it. I can take that. I can take that fucking fall damage. I'm a man. I can handle it. Now, let's go all the way back there. I mean, if you needed further... If I was in need of more reasons to end the recording as soon as possible, this... I mean, hello. In case you were wondering, this is what it looks like when you've played enough of the fucking game. For one day. Ugh. Dying in the worst possible place, because I was about to unlock a shortcut. That's the point. If you died just before you're unlocking a shortcut, what that usually translates to is you dying in the worst possible place. Let's pick this up. There's a bonfire here that I have stubbornly refused to rest at. It's because I uttered the immortal words of, if you're struggling with the Demon Fire Sage, you should just go and fix your build. Don't even bother sitting at that bonfire. If you're struggling with the Demon Fire Sage, you're going to have so much problems with Lost Islets that you need to get better. Well, next thing you know, I die to the Demon Fire Sage. It really is the most fitting thing, is it not? What? Are you serious? The elevator has already been activated. See, I always believed... Well, that's very, very helpful information. Thank you for that. I always believed that I needed to step on the elevator to activate it. But it turns out that killing the Demon Fire Sage is what activates it. I suppose it wouldn't have hurt to try, but I decided not to try. And, yeah. I had to spend a lot of time to find that out. I could have just read the chat, but that's fine. Also, I have 300 followers, yay. I just hit the 300 mark during this live stream. That's always nice. Who is my 300th follower? I thought you knew this. No, I don't have my finger to the pulse. I was at 298 when I started, and now I'm at 300. It's not exactly a huge difference. I am appreciative all the same. But yeah, I'm going to purchase some arrows if you wouldn't mind. I'm in need of them. I don't know if I'll actually spend 30,000 souls worth. I would imagine that that's more than I can carry. But I definitely need to purchase some large arrows, and I will do that. Shut up and give me my arrows. Oh no, they are more expensive than I thought. Alright, I'll buy 300. That should be appropriate. Come on. There we go. 300 is a good number.
Don't get yourself killed.
I'll try. I can't make any promises. Not at this stage. I'm playing like an absolute dunce. Okay. I thank you all for watching, everyone. My laptop ended up updating. I never had sound for that whole recording. I was playing like absolute donkey dick on a hot day. And I am in the unenviable position of that all being immortalized on video. So, I hope you at least enjoyed it, and I will see you all when I'm next recording something you'd like to watch. I don't know when I'll do Dark Souls again next. I will be resuming a lot of different recording series, because I have access to basically everything right now. For a period of time I wasn't able to record older games, but I can record older games again now, so yeah, I'm going to be recording a lot of different stuff. But I'll try to do Souls at least semi-regularly. I do thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye for now.